Chapter 168. Entering the Basin 2. Even if the King of Medicine is sentient, he probably can't escape underground with the Earth Escape spell now. Many people felt that the Yi family would definitely be able to harvest all the treasures successfully. They quickly became the first faction to have a good start. Yu Wenzhong smiled, then glanced at Wuxia. I think you might as well attack with all your might. Perhaps you'll be like us and break through with only a few moves. You don't have to worry about what we do. Wuxia replied coldly, as if he was not on good terms with Yu Wenzhong. Song Shi's clone said to Old Man Nightmare, how is the sect's relationship with the Yi family? They're basically enemies. The Yi family has a close relationship with the Jin family of the great Jin royal family. There are often kings with different surnames in the family. They have once killed many people from the Heavenly Ghost sect, even. As Old Man Nightmare spoke, he glanced at Lu Youayu and did not say much. He concluded, anyway, we're basically mortal enemies. Oh. I see, Song Shi said meaningfully. Old Man Nightmare took another look at Song Shi. Why did he suddenly feel that there was a hidden meaning in this person's words? However, when he saw that the Yi family and their cultivators had managed to successfully approach the medicinal field to harvest it, he did not think too much about it. Instead, he sighed. This guy is about to obtain the King of Medicine. His luck is really good. On the medicinal field, spiritual qi condensed and did not dissipate. All kinds of medicinal herbs emitted a rich smell and many butterflies fluttered about. A few cultivators landed among the medicinal herbs and looked at the 1,000-year-old medicinal herbs on the ground. They excitedly dug out the surrounding medicinal herbs. This medicinal herb is 3,000 years old. It's just short of spirituality. My herbs are 7,000 years old. A few butterflies suddenly landed on them and plop, plop, plop. The few of them fell straight to the ground and squashed the many medicinal herbs beneath them. Kai. Before Ivarayan could be shocked. The bodies of the people here seemed to have decayed then evaporated on the spot. What's going on? The people behind were filled with fear. If these people died from the array formation attack, at least they would know clearly what was going on. Retreat. The people from the Heavenly Poison sect looked over and some of the higher-ups revealed thoughtful expressions. This butterfly looks a little like the extinct corrupted Poison butterfly. That's true. I didn't expect there to be such an ancient mutant here. One can't let it come into contact with his. Otherwise, the power it emits can decay completely. The people from the Heavenly Poison sect gave a brief introduction of the butterfly with just a few words. Instantly, the many admiring gazes changed. They stared fearfully at the butterflies dancing in the medicinal field. For a moment, no one dared to approach. Yi, these butterflies are not something you can deal with. If you know it's good for you, stay away. Let us have it. The leader of the Heavenly Poison sect's team cackled. He seemed to be gloating. HMPH, it's just a few poison butterflies, why can't we deal with them? Yu Wenzhong was furious. Nomological power erupted from his hand as he slapped them together angrily. The void distorted, and the butterflies that were still flying in the air were instantly crushed. As soon as they died, they turned into ashes and landed on the nearby medicinal herbs. The medicinal herbs burned with a puff and turned into ashes in the blink of an eye. At the same time, a special poisonous force spread out. Some cultivators who were far away suddenly felt their essence energy barriers begin to burn. In the blink of an eye, they started to burn as well. What the hell is that? Why is my spiritual essence burning me? I can't control it at all. Help! The burning cultivators' shock quickly turned into a scream. In the end, they all died miserably. Yu Wenzhong's expression turned ugly when he saw that his subordinates were actually unable to withstand the aftermath of the blast. Stop for a moment. Now that he could see that killing the corrupted poison butterflies would only destroy the medicinal herbs, he did not know what to do. The people from the Heavenly Poison sect definitely knew how to deal with the situation, but they would also definitely not tell them. You even dare to kill this thing casually. People indeed behave so differently, and they had a strong foundation. Facing the Heavenly Poison sect master's ridicule, the Yi family head's face turned dark. He had suffered a loss because of his lack of knowledge. Old Man Nightmare looked at Song Shi's clone in shock. Don't tell me you knew this was going to happen. If even medicinal herbs can become spirits, how can the butterflies inside be harmless? Sanchi pursed his lips. He was unwilling to say more. Anyway, it had nothing to do with him. That's true. Even if a butterfly doesn't become a spirit, it won't be a normal butterfly either. But who would have thought that it would be so poisonous? Old Man Nightmare saw that the Yi family had stopped their attacks and smiled. When he turned around and saw that Lu Yuliu was in a good mood, he did not say anything else. Blood-robed elder, it should be about time. Lu Ju spoke. He had been observing the situation at the node. After Sanchi had led the attack, after more than 20 times, the power of the node had decreased greatly. If the sect master wants to open it in one go, it shouldn't be a problem now. Sanchi nodded. Even if Lu Ju and the others did not make a move, he was confident that he could break through by himself. Foundation Establishment Cultivators, retreat. Golden Core Cultivators, prepare. Lu Ju revealed a serious expression. He pressed his finger on the node and nomological power condensed runes in the void. They connected and turned into small black snakes that crawled into the node. Soon, the node twisted violently and a hole was drilled out by the small black snake. This hole was 10 feet wide, and as the array formation barrier was already very weak, it was easier to break through than before. Attack here. Go all out, hurry. To various elders and inner sect disciples who had already rested for a while, activated their Dharma treasures or condensed spells to attack at the same time. With a loud bang, the hole created by the small black snake was broken open, revealing the space inside. Lu Ju hurriedly formed hand seals and continued to send out runes that fused into the cave entrance to consolidate this rather small entrance. In the end, everything managed to stabilize, and the faint fragrance of tea wafted out. Just a whiff of it made one feel much better. Let's go in and take a look first. You Foundation Establishment Cultivators stay behind to guard this place. Lu Ju looked at the blood-robed old ghost. Elder Bloodrobes, let's go and get your wisdom tea tree. Okay. Sanchi was not afraid of any danger inside at all. He nodded confidently. Let's go. Lu Ju led the way and flew in. The others entered one after another and entered the area enveloped by the array formation nodes. Sanchi took a look at the entire scene and felt that he was in a basin when he entered. The sky and the land are the alms bowls, while the humans in the basin are the goo worms. Is this a goo refining sect? A strange thought appeared in his mind. He followed behind and entered through a narrow entrance. Immediately, he felt that his vision had changed, as if he had arrived at a new world. There was a tea forest here with all kinds of tea trees planted. The 2 wisdom tea trees happened to be the most precious among them, carrying rich spirituality. Sanchi raised his head and took a look. A black circle pierced through the inside and outside, forming a passageway. Lu Ju also knows some array formation techniques, so it was easy for us to enter. Sanchi turned around and sized up the surroundings. The land here was very vast. Just building a comprehensive array formation to envelop this place would definitely cost a lot of effort. Not only did such a powerful force suddenly disappear, but everyone in the present had never heard of them or their disappearance. It was really strange. Elder Blood Robes, according to the agreement, one of these is yours. It's up to you to choose which one. Lu Ju landed in front of the wisdom tea tree and kept his promise, taking the initiative to mention this matter. The one on the right. Sanchi walked over and looked at the tea tree. He took out his flying sword and began to dig. Crack, crack, the ground was cut open by his flying sword, causing a huge commotion. But there was no danger. That attack just now should be the final attack of this node. Lu Ju waved his hand. It's still better to be careful. Dig up all the tea trees to ensure their survival. When we need to, we can sell these. Sanchi was very strong. In a few moments, he dug out a large piece of the root under the tea tree. Looking at the large tea tree, Sanchi said happily, there will be good tea to drink in the future. Lu Yuliu walked over and took a handful of tea leaves, making Sanchi unhappy. This is my stuff. Stay away from it. Why are you so stingy? In just taking a few leaves from you, you still have so many leaves here. Lu Yuliu looked like a child, but her hand was still pulling the leaves. Sanchi was so angry that he grabbed Lu Yuliu's hand and pointed at a pile of tea leaves. How many pieces do you have? If you do it a few more times, the tree will be bald. Stingy. Lu Yu's other hand was still tugging at the leaves. Sanchi's face darkened, and he felt extremely annoyed. Blood-robed elder, there are a lot of tea leaves in this tree. You can't finish them all by yourself. Shichionya said, indifferently. Since Junior's sister likes it, let her pick a few pieces. Shut up. It's not yours. Why are you pretending to be a good person? Songshi retorted and stared at Lu Youayu. This woman was so annoying. The more he tried to stop her, the more he would appear like a petty person. Then, as if he didn't care about this, he let go of Lu Youayu's hand and said, continue plucking them then. You agreed to this. Lu Youayu laughed strangely. She used both hands and quickly picked out large pieces of tea leaves.